Good morning everybody and welcome to Crafty Clegs. My name is Jeanette and today I am coming to you from an extremely warm and sunny northwest where I live with my husband Tim. Today is Saturday the 21st of June 2025. I am a day late but yeah, again life. Just recently, it just seems to be like that. So, yeah, don't expect me on a Friday. I could come on a Saturday. I could come on a Thursday. Who knows? Just look out for me if you want to watch me. Excuse me. How are we all? I am absolutely roasting. It is 9 o'clock here in the morning and I cannot tell you what time I got up. I think it was 5:30. I'm not sure. I sat in the garden, did some crocheting. But it's too warm for me to even craft. I actually had to do some hand stitching yesterday because it was that warm. I did plan on doing or starting this project in July because everybody does Christmas in July. And I did plan on starting it then, but it was just that warm last night. I thought I need to get it all out and start it. Anyway, I'll tell you about that when I get nearer to it. What have I been up to the past week? Well, as you all know, last weekend Tim and I went to London for the weekend to see the Trooping of the Colour, which was absolutely wonderful. Not that we saw a single thing. In my mind, when we booked this very last minute, in my mind, I didn't do any research. So in my mind, I thought, oh yeah, we'll go and see them, we'll walk down the mall, we'll stand by the gates, we'll see them all passing. We might be able to see them in the square, you know, where they all do the Trooping of the Colours. No. So we arrived on Friday night. We left Friday morning, we arrived Friday afternoon, we got to our hotel, we went and had something to eat and drink. And I said to Tim, I better check what time it all kicks off tomorrow kind of thing. And it was quite funny, really. Well, it wasn't, but it was. And I'm reading, I've got my phone with me and I'm reading on Google what you have to do and blah, 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 blah. And most people get there for, are you ready for this? 3:30 in the morning. Yes, I know, 3:30 in the morning to just stay in their spot so they can actually get a glimpse of what's going on. So I said to Tim, we need to get there for 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. Well, Tim looked at me as if to say, well, you can crack on, darling. Let me know when you've got a space at 8 o'clock and I'll come and join you. So that wasn't happening and we didn't do that. And it was that busy. And I mean absolutely packed. It was roasting. It was packed. Now, I'm not good in crowds, not at all. I used to be, and it never used to bother me. But since COVID come and we've all become little bits of, well, I am a little bit of a recluse, to be fair. I'll go out and about, don't get me wrong, but I'm at my happiest when I'm at home. I'm not going to lie. And I said to Tim, I don't want to go. He said, what do you mean you don't? I said, I can't stand with all that. It was just, we would have never seen anything anyway. We just wouldn't. Anyway, Tim said we must remember to walk back down to the mall at 1 o'clock to see the red arrows. So we set off and we decided we'd go and look for, is it the Natural History Museum? We just decided we'd go off and do things until that time. And then we was wandering around and all of a sudden we heard this, vroom. And we missed the red arrows too. So it was a complete waste of time as far as wanting to go and see the Trooping of the Colours and the red arrows because we completely didn't see any of it. We missed it. But we had the best weekend. It was lovely. And so we wasn't too perturbed really. We went on a open top bus ride on the Sunday. We went round the yellow line and then the blue line. Oh, we was on it. It was a day thing because you can get on and off and look at different things, which was really good. So we got off and had lunch and had a look round and then got back on. And oh yeah, it was lovely. I really enjoyed that day. And like I say, Saturday, we just wandered around. Oh, it was just lovely. It was just really, really nice. And then Sunday night, we went out for dinner. I had a little glass of wine. Well, actually, I had a glass of Prosecco. We went out for dinner. I had a glass of Prosecco. And then Monday morning, it was back home. And that was it. So Monday was all spent travelling. but we still had a lovely time. I did take a little bit of footage, and I will put some at the end if anybody's interested. Then, you know, if you're not interested when it's the end, you can just finish the video. Tuesday, normal, shopping and washing, laundry. So because the weather was so nice, I put all our holiday laundry in and got it all pegged on the line before we even went out in the morning to do the shopping. We went and did some food shopping. I went and got some supplies because I wanted to work this week. Yeah, and that was it. I just potted on Tuesday, other than washing and doing the shopping. Wednesday, I went to Black Sheep and had lunch with my lovely friend Karen from Stitches and Jacks, which was really, really nice. It's been a long time since I've seen Karen. In fact, I think the last time I saw Karen, if I'm not mistaken, or did I see her after? I'm not sure. I was going to say Blackpool when we went to the show at Blackpool, but I think I saw her after that. But it was lovely. We had a lovely day together. The weather was gorgeous and we was inside and didn't really see much of it. But it's just nice, isn't it, to travel in the nice weather and go home in the nice weather. So yeah, that was Wednesday. Thursday, I just pottered. I cut out a lot of fabric. I went to Angela's to get more supplies. I needed zips, I needed safety pins, I needed a few different things. I bought myself a new cutting mat. Oh, it's all very rock and roll in this craft room, I can tell you. Yeah, so I bought myself a new cutting mat because I was desperately in need of one. And then Friday, I worked all day yesterday, cutting out. I haven't done any sewing. Well, I have done a little bit of sewing, but it's been mainly cutting out, putting bag wadding on, sorting out linings and that kind of thing. And this weekend, it's just going to be a weekend of sewing. I will have a shop update, just so if anybody's interested, it's a date for your diary. The 28th of June. I did really well then, didn't I? I've got up to 7 minutes without pausing. Yeah, so I'm doing a shop update on the 28th of June and it will be mostly Liberty. There is other bits and pieces in because I've made a couple of patchwork bags with what I'd left over from making my bag. Yeah, so there'll be a few different things in, but it's going to be mainly Liberty. Right. Oh, and my new passport came back. I have now got a new passport because I ordered my Tim did for me. Ordered my passport a couple of weeks ago. Anyway, it come back really, really quick. But because there's so much unrest in the world, I am so what's the word? Probably reluctant to book any kind of holiday where we're away from home. When I say we're away from home, I mean abroad. I just said to Tim, it just doesn't feel right. It feels very unsettled, and I don't think, you know, that is not happy. It is okay, but I think Tim would just go away and, you know, and let's not worry about it. But I can't do that for some reason. And so, yeah, I'm really, really reluctant, even though I've just paid. And I mean, passports are a fortune these days, but hey. So, yeah, watch this space. Tim wants to go to France. I want to stay at home. Yeah. Anyway, right. So what have I been up to? I'm not going to show you any of my bags because they're not constructed. You can't see anything. So I will do that in next week's podcast. I am working at the moment currently on two projects. Just bear with me. Yeah, I am working currently on 2 projects, and that's what I'm going to show you first. So I forgot all about this. Karen and I are going to make, from Stitches and Jacks, I was going to make this together, but I think Karen's got that much on her plate, and I had a real urge to want to start this, so I have done, and I'm sure she won't mind. But I am making sorry about the sun, look at that coming through the blinds, how lovely. Can you see that? I am making Chunky Benji. I think I have shown you this. In fact, I think last time I went to Black Sheep with Karen, we bought this. It is a pattern by Crochet Object. I made one of her very tall, skinny bunnies a few months ago now. I think it is over there somewhere. Yeah, it is. Can you see there? Where am I? Paula's little sheep peeping round. Right, so that's what I'm making. I am using, oh, I've left it down. Oh, no, I haven't. A Rowan yarn for this, believe it or not. It is mode at Rowan chunky wool, and it's everyday luxury. It hasn't got a colour for the shade. It's just shade 016, if anybody is interested. And here it is. I only started it a couple of days, well, not a couple of days ago. When did I start this? Not Easter, yeah. Thursday, I think I started this. And here it is. This is how far I've got. It's really, really easy to do. And obviously it grows quick because it's a chunky. But it's supposed to be a squishy bear. So you only, you know, Benji is a cuddler. So you don't really stuff it out like I normally do. You know, stuff my animals and creations within an inch of their lives. You don't do that. So this is how far I've got. If you can see, there is 2 slots because you put his legs on later. And I have now just started to decrease. It's a real, sorry about the sun. I suppose I should tilt my blinds, but it might make it go dark. Is that better? Oh, yeah. It's a really, really nice yarn to work with. Stitch definition. It's quite neat and nice. I like that. So, yeah, this is what I am using. And it's done on a 4.5mm hook. This is a Clover and More soft grip. And really, that's all I can tell you about it. Really easy pattern, really fun to do, but I had to stop knitting with it because, crocheting with it rather. I don't know if anybody else is the same, but I hate it when your yarn squeaks on either your needle or your crochet hook, and my yarn started to squeak, and I knew that that was my cue. Put it down, stop. So, yeah, I will, you know, I think the weather is going to get a little bit cooler. I think we're going to have a couple more days of humidity, but I think then it's going to get a bit cooler. I think we're due for thunderstorms here in the northwest today, so hopefully that will cool us down a little. The next thing, let me show you. Oh, I was very excited about this. I really was itching to start this, but right, so I don't know if you remember, but lovely Emma from the Vintage Sewing Box sent me very kindly the pattern and the kit for this sewing case. This is nothing to do with what I'm doing. I just wanted to show it to you. Isn't it fabulous? And she's got a smaller one, so you can use it for a notions pouch, which I am going to make. But in here, I've got nothing else, only bits of fabric and my templates. So Tim made me these 2 hexagon templates. If you go over onto Emma's, I think it's her blog, or it could be a website, there is a free pattern for quilt as you go, hexagons. And I've always wanted to do them. And Tim made these, last year. So I can tell you about it because it's a free pattern. But you cut out your, what do they call it? Hold on a second. You know, when it's like your main fabric. So you cut out your main fabric in this with your pattern on, or if you want to embroider on it. And then you cut out your backing fabric with this. And then you turn it over and you make, I'll show you what you make. You make one of these. So it's got the binding and the backing built in. Isn't that lovely? So this is what I wanted to start in Christmas in July. I know, but it was that warm. It's been that warm these past couple of days. And I cannot sit there and do anything. It's really, really gets on my nerves. So I cut up one of these and I started it. Well, when you start doing it, it gets a bit addictive. So I've only done 3, but I'll show them to you. So I've done this one with the tiny little robins on. Isn't it cute? And then just a red and white polka dot. Then I've done this one with the cute little mice. And it looks a bit odd at the front, doesn't it? I never thought about this when I was cutting it out. I cut this out. It should have been horizontal instead of vertical, but never mind. You know what? It's handmade and it doesn't matter. So I did the little mouse, and then this is the manger scene. These are from Elmhurst Fabrics. And I've sorted all my one. Last year I bought a scrap pack deliberately to start this from them, from Elmhurst. I'm not sure if they've got any in the shop at the moment. You have to be really, really quick when she puts them in the shop, the scrap bags, because they go like that. And I bought this last year. So this is going to be my next one, but I haven't got any backing for this. So I'm going to have to figure out backing. So I've got that one to do. And that one to do. Oh, I love that one. Look at the little robin redbreast. Now, these are too small. They're actually, I love this little merry-go-round, but it's too small for the hexagon. Look. Oh, actually, I might just fit. Oh, I might just fit that one on. And then I've got this one. But I want to make, these are all too small, you see. But they won't go to waste because I'm going to make a smaller one. I'm going to make a small, a miniature quilt. You see, I don't want to give too much away because I'm organising this for later on in the year. So I don't want to give too much away, but I also want to make 2 miniature quilts. That's all I'm saying. And I've got that one. Oh, look at these trees. That one. It's pretty. Very simple and pretty. I love this. But, I mean, that's not it. I've got all these as well. And I'm not going to go through them all because you'll see them when I do them. But these were all in the scrap pack. They're so worth it. So I'm keeping it all together apart from this because they're too big, in my lovely sewing case that I made for Emma, or that she very kindly gifted, and I made it for her. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing these past couple of nights. I've been busy doing other stuff, but yeah, this is what I've been doing. Oh, I'm loving them. Aren't they cute? Anyway, so yeah, that has been, I think I did that one last night. See, I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but only half an hour of crafting in this weather for me, and I'm ready for bed. End of story. Right, so next, you all know I took with me a wonderful book that I bought from, where did I buy this from? Hobbycraft. And I made grommet. Oh, and it's so fun. I've got it here. Are you ready? It's got his tail actually should be up like that, but it won't stick up. But never mind, I don't care. Yeah, so this is grommet. He was so easy to make. Really, really. This book is fantastic. And it holds your hand all the way. I used, as always, a 2.5. I think it says 3 in the book, but I never use a 3. A 2.5mm hook. And I used Rikorumi. I can't remember. Brown, black, white. I don't even remember what this is, but it's like what would you call that? Like a light caramel. Anyway, he is finished. So now we've got, are you ready? Oh, it tickles me just seeing them. Wallace and Gromit. Aren't they fab? I love them. So yeah, I finished him. I finished him almost going down to London, travelling. And then I also took another small project. Now, you've seen the one I've made. And again, I don't want to say, you probably can all guess what it is, but I'm not going to tell you. I'm not saying too much. Let me just open the blinds again because the sun's gone in now and it's gone a bit dark. Oh dear. It's not very good lighting. Sorry, everybody. Yeah, you can probably guess what it's all about, but I'm not telling you. I'm keeping you in suspense. So you all know, a couple of weeks, maybe not weeks, maybe a month ago now, I made a miniature polar bear from Crochet Zoo Animal. I'll leave the link for you down below. I made Mr. Teddy Bear. Not teddy bear. It is the teddy bear pattern, but I did it all in white because I wanted a polar bear. So I made this and I wanted to make another one. I did tell you I was going to make another one. So I made Mrs. Polar Bear. Aren't they fabulous? So I've given Mrs. Polar Bear a bit of a smiley mouth and some eyelashes. And her ears are so much bigger and prouder because, you know, us women like to poof up our hair and do such things. So I made this week. It was done on a 1.25, or was it 1.50? I think it was 1.50. If it's any different, I will leave it on the screen down below. A 1.50 crochet hook, clover and more. Oh, no, it wasn't clover. It was, is it called tulle? Tulle. And I used Drops Alpaca. And that's it. That is it. Mr. and Mrs. Polar Bear. Isn't it lovely? So I finished that as well. Before I get on to the last thing, I'm going to show you what I got from Black Sheep with Karen. I didn't really buy very much. I bought, let me show you what I've bought and then I'll tell you what it's for. I just bought a she-piece katona in like a very, very light beige because I was quite low on this for skin tone. So that's just for my stash. Then I bought a Sirdar Snuggly in a very soft pink, because I don't know if anybody's seen them just recently. I think Cassandra from Craftable Ever After has made one, and it's called a Labubu. I'll put a picture in of the pattern and I'll show it to you. But I don't know when I'm going to get round to making this. Hopefully quite soon. But yeah, I'm not sure. So I bought this to make the Labubu with. And then I saw on this range again, this is Mode at Rowan, and this is an alpaca haze. And it's like a kid silk haze. And it was really reasonable. It was I think it was £5 odd for that, which I didn't think is expensive. But there's another pattern that I want to make. And again, I shall put a picture in for you. And I saw this and I thought that will be ideal for the little blanket. So that is literally all I bought from Black Sheep, other than my lunch. That was it. But I'm trying to not buy stuff that I don't want or don't need. Just think to say I can, oh, put that in my stash. I'm trying to not do that. Right, so you know that I'm all about trying to finish off things. So last week was my shawl that I started when I was in Dawn's. Now, you've seen this, so I'm not going to show it to you. But the next thing that's on my list of trying to get finished is the Glow Hair Frost Scarflet. I'm just showing you so I can try and keep myself accountable. It's here in my bag. And I'm in no rush to when it gets finished, whether it gets finished next week or the week after. But this is the next thing that has got to be finished. Right, so last but no means least, I am so proud of myself. I am not going to lie. You all know that my lovely friend from Mousy Makes Pod, Helen, sent me this book, very kindly sent it to me on loan so I could make the zebra. Well, you know, it was a pain in the butt to make. Oh, Tim said at one point that there was more stitch markers on the zebra than there was on my Pandora charm bracelet. They were everywhere. Anyway, this is what I wanted to make. Now, back in May, when I visited Buxton Yarn Show, I was very kindly gifted by Attic Spin Dye this yarn. Now, I can't find the ball band for it, so I'm really sorry. But she very kindly gifted me this yarn. I actually bought a separate pack as well to make a cowl in the winter. I did show it to you, I think. And she very kindly gifted me this because I saw that zebra made in this. And I said, oh, I love that. So she said, oh, it's a mascot, if you like. I don't know what it was. And I don't know if I'm saying this all wrong. So please forgive me. Just know that I'm just trying to help. Anyway, she'd made the zebra in this and with black bits. And at the time, I said to her, oh, I can't really purchase both of them because we was just leaving the show. I'd spent up and I'd just bought the pack to do my cowl with. Anyway, as we was walking away, her lovely husband come running up with a little badge and this ball of yarn and said, yeah, you can have that as a gift. I was absolutely thrilled. So I thought that was just such a kind gesture. You know, I mean, there's so many kind people in the world. That was just such a kind gesture. And when I opened it and I saw it and I saw that they were supporting the Ella's Danlos support. Now, again, I don't know if I'm saying that right, so please forgive me. I will leave a link down below for this. And she'd made a zebra in the yarn. Well, I am thrilled. I have made the zebra. I was going to give up. But you know what? His nose is a bit stuck up. I don't think it should be that stuck up. But it doesn't matter. Look at my zebra. Well, it's not my zebra. Because I have made this and I'm hoping that we can auction him off and we can raise a little bit of money. And so we can send it to Attic Spin Dye and they can put it towards their charity, which is this. So, isn't he fabulous? It is a really, really fiddly construction. I'm not going to lie, because they want you to do it all on DPNs, which I didn't. Excuse me for itching my nose. I didn't do it on DPNs. I did it in the magic loop, which you can do. It's quite doable. But you have to put stitches at the front and at the back for both legs, at the front and at the back for both arms, and at the front or above and below for the oh, it is. And actually, the lady from Attic Spin Dye did say to me, it's a bit of a pain to make. And I thought, oh, I'll be all right. I make loads of toys. Anyway, so here he is. We've not named him, Tim and I. We just thought we'd leave that to you. So, what do you think we should call him? Isn't he fabulous? So, he needs a name. Although, no, that's not really fair, is it? Because if we're going to auction him off, if anybody's interested, obviously, if they're not, I will just put a donation to the EDS. I will do that. And, you know, things are difficult at the moment. I understand that. So, I'm not hoping to make, £100 or anything. If we just collected £10 or £20, whatever, it will do, won't it? It'd be a help. So the only way I can think of doing this is because I'm not very good with this kind of thing, and I'm not very good with on the computer, even though I edit my videos and I upload them. It's the only thing I've learned to do. I can't do anything else. So the only thing I thought about this is that I'm not going to do it on this video because it might get lost. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put up a short with a picture of him on, and then you can, oh no, maybe not everybody does that. Oh, I don't know how to do it. Because I have to keep it in one place. I can't have it on Instagram. I can't have it on here. Right, no, we'll have to have it on this video. So if anybody is interested, we're going to start a small auction, and basically the highest bidder will win. I will keep it open for a full week. So I'll do my video next Saturday again. And I'll keep it open for a full week. And at the end of the week, the highest bidder will win it. If there's no bidders, don't worry. Please don't feel that you have to bid. Because like I say, I will contribute towards it. But if anybody is interested, here he is. Or she is, whichever you want to. Or they, them, there. I don't mind. But let me tell you, whilst you're thinking about how much to give for him, he was made with sweat, tears, a few swear words, and definitely a couple of glasses of wine. Just think about that. So there you go. If you're interested, place your bid down below, and I will finish it next Saturday. I'll choose it, and he'll be on his way to you. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I will make you a project bag, and I'll put it in as well. I'll try and find some like rainbowy kind. In fact, just hold on a second. Now, I have got some rain. Bear with me. I'll be back in a minute. I'm not going to turn the video off because then I have to. Bear with me while I try and find my rainbow. Hold on a second. Oh, found it. I found it. I shall make you a bag in this. So you'll get your zebra and he will come in a bag. There you go. So then at least I've done my bit. So make a bag out of this and him. Oh, that's lovely. Right. I'm going to go. Got nothing else to show you. Nothing else to tell you. Oh, I have. And I can hear y'all screaming, you said you was going to show us what you got from Liberty. I almost forgot. Well, let me tell you, look at that bag. Is that not just fabulous? Oh, I wish they did that in a handbag. Anyway, they didn't, so. And you'd be surprised. I was very, very good. Really good. So this is what I got. I shall very carefully open this bag. I like to keep these bags. So the first one I bought, I've already got this. Oh, look at that. So let me show it that way. That's better. This is the Liberty Building. And look at all the flowers. Oh, I love it. So I've got a metre of that. And I've had this one before, but it sold so well, I thought I'll have to get it again. And a metre of the stars. Isn't that gorgeous? I love that colour. I've actually got the other one out of this to make some bags this week. Let me show you the other one. So the other one I've got is with all the mauve flowers on. I bought this last time we went. And I'm going to team that up with this grunge. Anyway, so yeah, unfortunately. Oh, and I bought a lot of Tilda as well. This is only some of it. I've started to iron some of it and it's over the back of that chair. So yeah, I've got some Tilda as well. So you've got quite a lot of nice fabric at the moment to keep me busy. But yeah, this is all I bought. I was actually quite surprised at the choice. It wasn't how it usually is, Liberty. That's all I'm going to say. I mean, they had a fantastic display of all these quilt pieces, quilt blocks that people had done to celebrate. I think it was 250 years of Liberty, or was it 150? Can't remember. But I'll put the footage at the end now and then you can see it. Right, I almost forgot my liberty. I am going. I'm absolutely sweating already, and it's 10 o'clock. Absolutely roasting. So I'm going to go. I'm going to put my fan on, open my windows, and I'm going to get at my machine and I'm going to start work. I've got really busy next week. So I'm sorry it's a day late, but hey ho, there you go. I will try and leave links below of the things that you might be interested in and where you can find me. And I shall be back again next week. Please don't forget our little zebra. Please be kind. And I'll see you next week. Okay, have a lovely weekend. Take care and stay cool. Bye.